This love story is so cruel that if it weren't preserved in imperial records, you would assume it was written as a warning rather than lived by real people. In the year 204 CE, during the final years of the Eastern Han Dynasty, a young noblewoman named Lady Zhen lived in the northern city of Yi in what is now modern-day China. She was married into a prominent family aligned with a powerful warlord. Her life at that moment was stable, respected, and ordinary by aristocratic standards. That stability did not survive the war. When the warlord Cao launched his campaign against rival factions, the city of Ye fell. Lady Zhen's husband fled with the retreating forces. She did not. She was captured when the city was taken, along with other members of the defeated household. This was not a temporary detention. This was a transfer of ownership. In the Three Kingdoms era, conquest dissolved marriages. When a city fell, so did the legal protections of those inside it. Lady Zhen's previous life ended the moment the gates were breached. The records do not describe resistance, protest, or escape attempts. They do not need to. Her fate was already sealed by the outcome of the battle. She was brought into the household of the conquerors and formally reassigned. The court records treat this transition administratively, not emotionally. Her marriage was nullified by defeat. Her future was absorbed into the victorious clan. Among those who noticed her was Cao Pi, the second son of Cao. Cao Pi was educated, ambitious, and acutely aware of power. Unlike his father, he was not primarily a battlefield commander. He was a political animal shaped by court intrigue and succession rivalries. He took Lady Zhen as his wife. On the surface, this looked like elevation. In reality, it was containment. Lady Zhen adapted to court life with restraint. The records emphasize her composure, intelligence, and lack of arrogance. He bore Cao Pi 2 children, including a son who would later become emperor himself. For years, she occupied the position of principal wife, but imperial households are not ruled by affection. They are ruled by proximity to favor. As Cao Pi's political power increased, the atmosphere around Lady Zhen changed. New concubines entered the palace. Alliances shifted. Whispered accusations began circulating, never formally recorded, never clearly denied. Jealousy at court rarely announces itself directly. It moves sideways through suggestion and implication. By the time Cao Pi seized the throne in 220 CE, founding the state of Cao Wei, Lady Zhen was no longer at the center of his life. Her position, once secure, became precarious. She was sent away from the capital. This was not exile in name, but in function. She was separated from her children and placed under quiet confinement. The records note no protest, no appeal. Silence again. Then, without public accusation or formal trial, an imperial order was delivered to her residence. The decree did not list crimes, it did not explain reasoning, it did not invite defense. Such documents were not meant to be debated. Lady Zhen received the order alone. According to later accounts, she prepared herself carefully. She bathed. She dressed properly. She complied fully with what was commanded. She took poison. Lady Zhen died at 34 years old. There was no public execution, no spectacle, no bloodshed. Her death was clean, efficient, and absolute. The official records describe no struggle, only compliance. At court, life continued. Years later, something unusual appears in the historical record. Cao Pi, now emperor, reportedly dreamed of Lady Zhen. The dream disturbed him deeply. Afterward, he ordered that her honor be posthumously restored. Titles were amended, ceremonial recognition was adjusted, but the central fact did not change. She remained dead by imperial command. And no official explanation was ever entered into the record. Historians have debated her death for centuries. Some argue political jealousy, others suggest factional maneuvering. Few propose that Cao Pi acted under pressure rather than personal will. None of these explanations can be confirmed. What can be confirmed is this: Lady Zhen was loved, then sidelined, elevated, then erased. If you found Lady Zhen's story as fascinating as I did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your support keeps these historical tragedies alive.